Hello, my beautiful Voidian Children. I have decided that I was going to restart this entire series for my gaming channel. So, I'm not going to do an OC. I'm just going to do YN, and you guys are always a part of my family, so Voidian. And they're going to be they. Okay. Okay, we're done. No, wait. Hang on, guys. Okay, I'm gonna do the name after. Pick this. I like the chubby cheeks, they're cute. And since we're Voidians here, we're gonna be pale, very pale. Because you guys are my lovely, beautiful Voidian children. Let's see here. What eye shape should we do? I do like that one the best. Eye color. Let's do gray since it's going YN. You know, I like flipping, for some reason I like that for YN's hair. And for some reason YN always has a ponytail. So let's see if I can. I think that ponytail is the best. Which I'm gonna change the hair again. The fucking bowl cut, y'all. I don't know why, but I like chubby YN. I'm not saying y'all are chubby, but it's just cute. Let's see here. I think I like these ones. Hair color front. Oh shit. None. Yeah, that's cute. Let's do this. And you guys are my beautiful Voidian children. Fucking shit. Because I can't type. Oh my god. Oh, god damn it. I fucked up, y'all. Hang on. Okay, cool. Birthmarks. Nah, we don't need them. Scars. Yes, YN have rosy cheeks. Let's give YN freckles. Oh my god, this is so cute. Say medium. Would YN wear glasses? Nah. I don't know. Leagues. Pants, because it's white. Accessories. Why not bracelets? We're done. Summer in Sunset Bird was a special time of year. Your usually sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming from all over to enjoy the weather and the relaxation that came with both. The smell of the ocean, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing 3 whole months of schoolless vacation with it. During the summer, your mom didn't like you to wander too far outside of your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. That included the people. Families came and went from Sunset Bird, but they mostly stayed and did what your moms called putting down roots. They built businesses, they got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to the nice young kids who waved when passing their stores. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar, friendly residents waved or asked how your family was, or most often just said hello. You didn't really get why they always said hi. They saw you every day, but you nodded back at them anyway. You ended up saying hi to a lot of different people. You were too anxious to say hi back. I feel like a lot of people these days have anxiety, so we're gonna go with that. They still smile at you anyway, and they made you feel a little more comfortable. But today, there was a man sitting on the curb outside your house. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body slumped over, and you wondered if he was even a real person, or a statue that had magically sprung up from the ground overnight. Whoever or whatever he was, you had never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who you didn't recognize really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the residential district, as your moms called it, so for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off a lot of red flags. Your moms had a talk with you and your big sister Lizzie about the kind of situation before. You hadn't exactly been listening at the time. You think it would be okay to talk to new people. They mentioned some people aren't good to talk to, but other types of people can help you even if you don't know them. Remember that it's okay to run away if you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to worry about being polite. That I feel like kind of off in your own world is a lot of little things too. But you weren't sure about this man yet. Still, you felt a bit scared knowing that he was blocking the way to your front door. But you were pretty interested. You wanted to go know more about what was going on. Whether he was nuts or not, you didn't want to be bothered. Well, I feel like the first one goes more along with the anxiety thing I was going with. You slowed down, your mind racing for ideas on how to get past him unseen. But it was too late to escape. There was a split second where your eyes met and you took it in a shaky breath. Your eyes darting to the sky, pretending to stare at a bird who was hovering nearby. He's like, hey! His voice startled you and made you jump, but you still didn't look at him. The bird landed on top of a nearby gatepost and his black feathers ruffled against the gentle breeze. Trying to keep your eyes on it tough. It was tough, especially when the man stood up and started to make his way towards you. Good. Not wanting to seem to approach, you folded your arms and stared. Still unsure about him, but willing to be friendly, you offered the stranger the smile. Your whole body was frozen in place as he approached. I mean, you want to be nice. The man gives a grin of his own back. It's like, do you live around here? What's your name? You look at the man up and down, taking his tanned skin and relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed. The way he was acting wasn't. He had sharks on his shorts and a stingray tattoo. And you wondered if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. When you made your assessments, he looked at you expectantly, waiting for an answer to his question. Yeah, I live here. I live right there. My name is Voidian. You continued to say nothing. Shy child. If you do, he rubbed the back of his neck uncomfortably, giving you a small smile. He pulled He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It was crinkled in his hand as he held it up to you. Even more confused than before, you looked back at him. Well, could you do me a favor? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should have, Let me start over. He cleared his tongue and stood up straighter. From where you were standing, it made him look creepier. I have a son. His name is Cove, who's about your age. Cove, that seemed like a strange name for an actual living person to you. You chewed on the inside of your cheek. This guy definitely obsessed with water. You thought it was pretty cool. You gotta choose the second one. He wasn't the only person that like that, and since the third. We moved in across the street, see? He gestured towards the house that had been empty for a year, his watch catching his late afternoon sunlight and reflecting off the walls. The gigantic for sale sign was finally gone. You must be Voidian, right? I met your moms earlier, and they told me you were 8, just like him, so... He shook the $20 bill to bring it back to your attention, a hopeful smile tilting his lips at the corners. Can you try to be friends with the boy? Just give it a chance, and you can keep this. He's a good kid. You'll like him. But you've got to keep it a secret too, okay? It wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you. You eyed the man. You kind of felt sorry for Cove. The kids really get their parents to pay for friendships. I'm just gonna stare at him. What could be so bad about this Cove kid that his dad would need to bribe strangers to be his friends with him? What'd you say? Want to make a deal? Will he run away? It's just stranger danger. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. He spun around and made a break for it. Stranger danger. Oh, yes, that was the best. Oh my god, that's amazing. You turned on the spot and bolted down the street, ignoring his calls from behind you. He's like, oh shit. Why is it so funny to me? Hey, come back. I'm sorry if I scared you. I didn't know who else to ask. Stranger danger. Because... Yo. Oh my god. You know, I would have my face on the camera, but my hair is a mess right now. The soles of your shoes slapped against the concrete sidewalk as you ran. Heat from the sun warm on your face. Stranger danger. I mean, you are an 8-year-old. So it makes sense. Oh, I'm dying, y'all. I don't even know why that's so funny. Eventually, his shouting faded into the distance. You let yourself slow down and try to catch your breath, wiping the sweat from your forehead with the back of your hand. The chirping of crickets and tall, dry grass echoed around you, and you lifted your head to survey your surroundings. You'd run into the hill behind your house, the backyard. From here, you could probably get back inside without seeing the guy. Stranger danger. casually moves. There was a loose plank on the back fence, too small to fit through, but you could try waving to Lizzie for help. The fence was pretty high, but if you stood on the neighbor's shorter fence first, you might be able to pull yourself over. You would be able to hide here until you left. Then you'd go to the front. I kind of want to climb over the fence. Your moms wouldn't want you doing something like that, but it was an emergency. You took a deep breath. You wanted to try to relax and couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you weren't alone, so you glanced around. Look at Cove. There was a boy sitting at the top of one hill, almost completely hidden, within the long grass and white flowers surrounding him. His head was buried into his knees, staring ahead by himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention, he hadn't noticed you yet. You watched him a minute longer, feeling a bit like you'd found a deer in the wild. Different routes, y'all. Though deer didn't have green hair, wavy eyebrows, huge glasses, pink casts, sad frowns. I think possibly the way I'm going with this character, they probably sad frowns. But this new boy did. You wonder what could have upset him. After a few seconds, you took a step forward, then another, and then he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes, I forgot that fucking word for a second, reflected the light off the moon. You stopped, raising a hand to acknowledge him and show you weren't scary. Hey, Space Cadet. What the fuck? Are you lost? Seems like the way we're going with this character. With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands balling into fists at his side. He didn't say anything, just stared at you in a strange way. He'd been crying. There were traces of tears on his cheeks, and his knees soaking with the hem of his shorts, and his eyes were still shining with a few more. It obviously caught him off guard. He was your age, but he didn't look familiar. Maybe he was that boy that weird new neighbor had been talking about before he ran. The only way to actually know was to ask. Who are you? I've never seen you before. What's your name anyway? You waited for him to say something. He sniffled a little, rubbing at his ruby cheeks before he finally spoke. My name's Cove. Good God. He's so cute. You could see him hesitate, shifting his eyes to the side and then back to you again. My dad and me, we moved here. He guess was confirmed. So is this your hill? He gestured to his uninjured arm to the patch of a grass surrounding you, his face falling at fucking hip. Bruh, at the prospect. I can leave if it is. You can't own a hill. You just shook your head. While doing so, you also picked at a strand of lint at your leg. What a weird question to ask someone. Oh. He sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. Curious about the strange new boy with the odd dad, you sat on the patch of grass next to him. The pure white flowers that covered the hill rocked back and forth gently as the stars twinkled above. The way they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers too. The night wind was cool as it traveled over the ocean up the hill, chasing away the heat from the afternoon sun. Why are you here? Why'd your family move? Well, that's a little bit. I guess the first time a quiet hiccup escaped Cove as soon as you asked the question. Almost like they never stopped, his tears started up again. I don't know that word. My parents, they don't want to live together with me anymore. The tears fell fast. You poor baby. Oh, you poor baby. And heavy over his flushed cheeks, sticking in his dark lashes. My mom made my dad leave, and he took me with him, and now we have a house here, and I want to go home. The outburst took you off guard. By the time he was done wailing, Co's chest was heavy with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping out his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them back on again. I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom. I'm sorry. I like it here. You just have to get used to it. Stop crying, bitch. He slipped his hands underneath his glasses and pressed his fingers against his eyelids. Cove wound himself up again for a long crying fit. You felt bad for him, being forced to come here with no choice. You couldn't imagine what it would feel like to live with only one of your moms, but it must be pretty hard. But from way off in the distance, you heard your parents. Y'all can fill in your names if you wish. Cove, kids, where did you go? Cove looked at you, tears still clinging to his cheeks. Don't tell them we're here. I don't want to go back to that house. I want to go home. You can handle it. You have to go. Don't worry so much. I have to. It will be okay. You were struck by a sudden need to reassure Cove. It's not gonna be all. It's not gonna all be fun, but isn't he your family too? Yeah, I guess. And you can count on him when you really, really need him. You shot him a grin and pushed yourself to your feet. Slowly, Cove stood up with you, still looking a little reluctant. His dad's voice rang out again. Cove, can you hear me? He looked towards the sound of his dad's voice, silent, then turned away while rubbing his not bandaged arm. Sorry, I still don't want to go. You called out yourself. You waited silently with him. Just wait silently. Yeah, I get it. You do? Before you could answer, you heard Cove's dad, even closer than before. There you are, bud. The trio of parents appeared over to the curve of the hill. Instantly, all of their eyes landed on you, and they rushed over. Moms, yay! Both of your moms were at your side in a split second, faces filled with worry. Ryan, you're still here after all. We had been at the park to check for Cove and then heard what happened earlier when you met the new neighbor. I thought you might have gone off further away. No, we were just sitting in the grass. Why is everybody acting like it's such a big thing? Okay, don't worry. Cove didn't want to go home just yet. Thank God you're both fine. We were just vibing, bruh. Were you two having fun out here? We looked over at Cove, who was wiggling against his dad's tight hug and pushing at his arms. You shrugged. Yes, I like him. He's good. I think I'm gonna... I'm so... You know what? I just want to see what happens. I just wanna see what happens. And then I'm gonna go back. You nodded slightly. Oh, that's wonderful. Go back. No, wait, hang on. You just hang on. I'm just gonna shrug. He's new here. It was okay. Finally letting go of his growling, son, Cove's dad turned to the three of you. Thanks very much for finding him. I really don't know this neighborhood. I thought it would be more interesting. Good thing Wyatt knows this whole area so well. Absolutely. We should be getting home now. It's been a long day for us all. Say goodbye, Cove. Bye. The two of them walked off into the darkness, heading towards the neighborhood. You watched Cove's bright pink cast until it disappeared. Tell you what, we'll have a proper playdate tomorrow, okay? Your new friend's dad wanted to bring him to see you and Lizzie. How does that sound? Sure, can I show him my stuff? Sounds like words. You nodded, ducking your head down. Both of your moms laughed, the sound overlapping into a warm, familiar chorus. Mommy put her arm around your shoulder and led you towards the path. Satisfied, and more than a little ready to go to bed after your long, exciting day, you followed them home. Choose your feelings for Cove. Well, since we did you choose the anxiety route, nervous might be. And so nervous and fond. That would work for now. Ready? Yes. Anyways, guys, I think that will be the end of this episode. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.